Any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. When all think alike, no one thinks very much. Everything that is really great and inspiring is created by the individual who can labor in freedom. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Keep on sowing your seed, for you never know which will grow, perhaps it all will. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. Everyone is a genius. But if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. Intelligence is not the ability to store information, but to know where to find it. I do not believe that civilization will be wiped out in a war fought with the atomic bomb. Perhaps 2/3 of the people of the earth might be killed, but enough men capable of thinking and enough books would be left to start again, and civilization could be restored. In order to form an immaculate member of a flock of sheep, one must, above all, be a sheep. The attempt to combine wisdom and power has only rarely been successful, and then only for a short while. The only real valuable thing is intuition. Each of us visits this earth involuntarily and without an invitation. For me, it is enough to wonder at the secrets. What a sad era when it is easier to smash an atom than a prejudice. Relativity applies to physics, not ethics. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. When you look at yourself from a universal standpoint, something inside always reminds or informs you that there are bigger and better things to worry about. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. God is subtle, but he is not malicious. The true measure of a man is the degree to which he has managed to subjugate his ego. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. The man who regards his own life and that of his fellow creatures as meaningless is not merely unhappy, but hardly fit for life. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. Reading, after a certain age, diverts the mind too much from its creative pursuits. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. He who cherishes the values of culture cannot fail to be a pacifist. Ego is inversely proportional to knowledge. More the knowledge, lesser the ego. Lesser the knowledge, more the ego. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. Something deeply hidden had to be behind things. I have deep faith that the principle of the universe will be beautiful and simple. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. I never came upon any of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. True art is characterized by an irresistible urge in the creative artist. My sense of God is my sense of wonder about the universe. A photograph never grows old. You and I change. People change all through the months and years, but a photograph always remains the same. The only sure way to avoid making mistakes is to have no new ideas. We all know that light travels faster than sound. That's why certain people appear bright until you hear them speak. What really interests me is whether God had any choice in the creation of the world. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. The woman who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. The woman who walks alone is likely to find herself in places no one has ever been before. The ideals which have always shone before me and filled me with the joy of living are goodness, beauty, and truth. Generations to come will find it difficult to believe that a man such as Gandhi ever walked the face of this earth. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Never memorize something that you can look up. We still do not know 1,000% of what nature has revealed to us. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Always think 360 degrees. The horizon of many people is a circle with a radius of 0. They call this their point of view. Science is a wonderful thing if one does not have to earn one's living at it. It is the theory that decides what we can observe. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute, and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour, and it seems like a minute. That's relativity. My life is a simple thing that would interest no one. It is a known fact that I was born, and that is all that is necessary. Student is not a container you have to fill, but a torch you have to light up. 3 great forces rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge, but can never prove how it got there. If men as individuals surrender to the call of their elementary instincts, avoiding pain and seeking satisfaction only for their own selves, the result for them all taken together must be a state of insecurity, of fear, and of promiscuous misery. Example isn't another way to teach, it is the only way to teach. The tragedy of life is what dies in the hearts and souls of people while they live. You cannot simultaneously prevent and prepare for war. If you are out to describe the truth, leave elegance to the tailor. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. We cannot despair of humanity, since we are ourselves human beings. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. As long as there are sovereign nations possessing great power, war is inevitable. Everything is determined, the beginning as well as the end, by forces over which we have no control. It is determined for insects as well as for the stars. Human beings, vegetables, or cosmic dust, we all dance to a mysterious tune, intoned in the distance by an invisible piper. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. You'll never fail until you stop trying. The value of a man resides in what he gives, and not in what he is capable of receiving. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. A theory can be proved by experiment, but no path leads from experiment to the birth of a theory. It is the duty of every citizen, according to his best capacities, to give validity to his convictions in political affairs. Let every man be respected as an individual and no man idolized. Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. I think and think for months and years. 99 times, the conclusion is false. The 100th time I am right. Few people are capable of expressing with equanimity opinions which differ from the prejudices of their social environment. Most people are even incapable of forming such opinions. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. We should take care not to make the intellect our God. It has, of course, powerful muscles, but no personality. The devil has put a penalty on all things we enjoy in life. Either we suffer in our health, or we suffer in our soul, or we get fat. Our situation on this earth seems strange. Every one of us appears here involuntarily and uninvited for a short stay, without knowing the whys and the wherefore. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead his eyes are closed. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. The hardest thing to understand in the world is the income tax. To my mind, to kill in war is not a whit better than to commit ordinary murder. Past is dead. Future is uncertain. Present is all you have, so eat, drink, and live merry. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Every kind of peaceful cooperation among men is primarily based on mutual trust and only secondarily on institutions such as courts of justice and police. I fear the day when technology overlaps with our humanity. The world will have a generation of idiots. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be a true master. For this reason, mastery demands all of a person. The highest destiny of the individual is to serve rather than to rule. Computers are incredibly fast, accurate, and stupid. Human beings are incredibly slow, inaccurate, and brilliant. Together they are powerful beyond imagination. The eternal mystery of the world is its comprehensibility. The mere formulation of a problem is far more essential than its solution, which may be merely a matter of mathematical or experimental skills. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle requires creative imagination and marks real advances in science. If A equals success, then the formula is A equals X plus Y plus Z. X is work. Y is play. Z is keep your mouth shut. I want to know God's thoughts. All the rest are just details. Teaching should be such that what is offered is perceived as a valuable gift and not as a hard duty. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. Before God, we are all equally wise and equally foolish. So long as there are men, there will be wars. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Weak people revenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people ignore. If people are good only because they fear punishment and hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed. The process of scientific discovery is, in effect, a continual flight from wonder. Education is what remains after one has forgotten everything one learned in school. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. It would be a sad situation if the wrapper were better than the meat wrapped inside it. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. It has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. In view of such harmony in the cosmos which I, with my limited human mind, am able to recognize, there are yet people who say there is no God. But what really makes me angry is that they quote me for the support of such views. It is only to the individual that a soul is given. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Truth is what stands the test of experience. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong, it is character. A person starts to live when he can live outside himself. A human being is part of a whole, called by us the universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings, as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circles of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty.
Thank you for watching. Comment with your favorite quote. Subscribe for more worldwide wisdom. Here is another one.